It's a very exciting day. I'm gonna put my eggs and some eggs I bought online in our new incubator. So let's stay tuned for that. But I moved here this night when it was dark. I've been saving these eggs for the last, 7 days or something. And I got the egg yesterday, so they've been resting overnight and now it's time to put them in. Really excited about this. So I just first want to say sorry for a little bit of mess over here. And this is a Covatutto hatcher or incubator. And it's supposed to have automatic turning. But this motor is broken, so kind of sad about that. Quite expensive and have a broken motor. So I'm actually gonna get that replaced. So for now I will actually use the manual moving, and I will show you how that works, and that might be good to know as well if the motor breaks or something like that. But first we start to heat up. And also here is the egg I bought online. At the moment we have 7 hens and 1 rooster, and they're of old Swedish breed. Kinda happy with, but I want to try something new, and I bought 20 eggs of French breed, and I put the names down below so you can check them out. And this breed is kind of excited about because it's supposed to be one of the best flavors there is when it comes to chicken meat, and also it lays eggs, so really excited about that. And I also bought 10 brown chicken laying hybrids, so they pretty much lay 1 egg per day, so the idea is to start selling some eggs soon here on the farm. But I've set the Covatutto up, and I was just really annoyed about it yesterday because it didn't work with any, as I said. But what I've read, you're supposed to heat it up first and then place the eggs in, and yeah, let's go from there. So this machine is pretty simple. You just plug the cable in and it's good to go. And this one is set to 37.8 Celsius, which is around, what is that, 100, 101, 102 Fahrenheit. That is the recommended temperature for the eggs to start seeding, so to say. And there is a water refill here on the side. You just put some water in so there will be nice humidity. If it's too dry, the eggs will crack, I believe, and that's not good. So this is how it looks when we buy eggs from the internet. They're actually really well packed, so this is a really nice supplier. I believe this is the laying hybrid actually. Yeah, and I think this big one is the French luxury breed, so to say. And my idea with ordering 30 and actually saved some of mine is that 50% of them become roosters, so 50% of them will go to the fridge or the freezer, and we will save the rest as laying hens, and probably save 2 for roosters as well. But I guess when they start breeding and we hatch from them, we have our own breed here on the farm, so that's kind of exciting actually. But yeah, let's put them in the incubator once the temperature is done. While we wait, I can show you our plant or the seeding space. This is guest bedroom, but we have all our plants, and everything is actually starting to grow pretty good. We had some problems with some bad soil, but everything is starting to work now. We have, I think, 7 to 6 different tomatoes. We have 7 to 6 different kind of cucumbers. We have lots of different chili peppers. And here we have some new ones and some more. This is supposed to be a winter tomato, so it's supposed to store this during the whole winter, so I'm kind of excited about that. And sage, celery, more chili, lemongrass, pak choi. Yeah, a lot of things, but we have at least 2 times this. We're gonna plant directly into the ground. Okay, the temperature is up to temperature, so I guess it's time to put the eggs in. I'm checking here that's possible to them to spin while I move the thing, and it looks good now actually. This should fit 52 eggs, but I'm not sure about that actually. We'll see. Okay, all eggs are in now, and I'll try to switch them around a little bit so it's easier for them to, so everyone can turn. Okay, it looks like every one of them can turn. Now I'm putting it on again to heat up. And I guess the incubation has started now. So since I'm gonna turn these 2 times per day, and in 21 days, or actually in 18 days, I will remove the lines, so there's no need more turning, and then it's a nice space for the hatchling or the chickens to hatch. But yeah, really excited about that. And I think we'll go out and check on our meat incubator. The actually one hen we have that is currently broody, so we'll check on her. I think I haven't updated you on our new meat rabbit cages. This is the 2 girls, and this is Hugh Hefner, as you remember. And I built this off pretty much just scraps lying around over here, and I bought these ones new though. But kind of nice to use old stuff that's already here and just reuse everything. Quite nice to have it as in working height, because much more easier, yeah, to pet them of course, but also just to throw in some extra hay and to clean the cages and so on. Since this is Sweden, it's really nice to have a nice roofing when it's snowing and raining and so on. It's nice to go out and clean and feed the chickens, so that's quite a nice add-on, I guess. And for those who see my other videos, this was where I had the rabbits during the winter, but now it's empty, and the cage is empty except this one. This is what I said is our broody hen. Not gonna disturb her that much, but I moved her here this night when it was dark, and she have, I think, 12 eggs under her. Don't disturb her more than necessary. And another thing I can see in the background is our beginning of tunnel greenhouse, so really excited about that as well. But first let's check on the chickens if they have an egg laying. Hey, it's laying time I believe, so there's no new eggs, but yeah, soon. And also here in Sweden now at the moment there is bird flu going on, so I can't let them out, or just very shortly if I'm really necessary, need to clean or something, but apart from that it's not possible. So I'm actually gonna build a chicken coop or outside yard for them here on the back. I'll show you a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit hard to see you, but there are holes here as I've discovered, and it's split in the middle, so the idea is to have 2 flocks, one with laying one and one with meat birds, and to have a nice fencing over here, so they have, yeah, as much space as possible at least. I bought some material for that, so we'll start building that really soon actually. And also, I guess some of you have already seen, but down here is our old duck pond, so that's also a project for the future. So you can see here in the background we have our greenhouse or tunnel greenhouse, just 3 frame, and we're gonna have these, I'll show you, these construction pipe with this yeah, 20 millimeter and 3 meter long, and will be connected 2 together like a valve. And the idea here is to put plants here of course also, but also chickens in the winter probably, for them to fertilize and have a compost going. So that's kind of interesting project for the future, but we'll start to begin to build this one. And also one thing I want to say, that I have no experience building stuff like this, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I just want to say that this is no way the right way to do it. I guess the way I'm doing it is I really want to make this possible, and I don't know how to do it, so I'm starting to do it and then take one step at a time and then go from there. And for me, I've been seeing some drawings on the internet. Either there's lots of material and kind of expensive, or also it's really hard drawings and I don't know how to use them. So I start building and then I'll go from there. It's quite more easier for me. And also maybe this will be temporary and moved, so I'm just using screws. So yeah, the worst thing can happen is that I need to move it next year for another spot. So yeah, it's kind of nice to have that approach, because or else you end up being overwhelmed with all the things you need to do correctly and the perfect angles and so on, and the plant doesn't care if it's a perfect angle. Yeah, the roof needs to be an okay angle so the sun lets in, but apart from that it's just aesthetics, and if you're gonna stay here for a long time it doesn't really matter. So just want to spill my thoughts about that. And you can see also there is rocks, almost like a foundation, and actually there was a barn here that was burned down 1963, I believe, and we're gonna clear those rocks from the moss, and the idea is that the sun will heat up the rocks during the day, and during the night it will release the heat, so we can grow things more early in the season and later in the season, in theory at least. We don't know if there's a lot of thermal mass for that, but that's the idea. Look, we have some company. Okay. But another thing I've done is to put up 3 bird houses, and there's several reasons for that. One reason is that they eat bugs and I don't like mosquitoes, so they will help me with that. But also, if you only have one kind of animal, one kind of vegetable, you will probably have a lot of diseases, and since we don't spray any poisons on all our plants, it's much easier to have animals that eat animals and plants on different varieties to help each other and so on. I really want to try to mimic what nature does, but in a much smaller and controlled scale, I guess. And also one thing here I want to share with you, we're going to do different kind of ways of growing food. We're going to do the traditional garden with mix up the soil with some fertilizer. We're going to probably use cow poop and some straw. But also in the greenhouse, half of the greenhouse, we're gonna do a version called No Dig, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube looking for that if you want to learn more about that. But pretty much what it is, that you put cardboard on top of the soil so the weeds get killed, and then you put fresh, nice, clean dirt on top, and then you will have a much more weedless soil. And after a few years the weed underneath dies and the cardboard melts away, and you will have a nice weed-free greenhouse, or at least in theory. But actually, since we don't know what we're doing, we're going to do a lot of mixing with these kind of techniques and see what works for us. As I said, people has been growing this way for hundreds of years, so it will probably work for us as well. This is more labor intensive compared to the other one, but we're going to compromise it with dripping water system and do as easy as possible for us. Quick, easy update on what we build here. And I just want to finish this video off by saying that I really appreciate all of your subscribers, and I hope you find this mildly interesting at least, and you learned something. As I said, we don't really know what we're doing, but we research and do our best, and we will fail, and I will show those fails so you don't have to do them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you a great day, and see you in another one.